So let's talk about an unusual or maybe a little peculiar potty training technique. I actually also really enjoy discussing this. It to me is kind of intriguing, if you will. You can call it infant toilet training, you can call it elimination communication, lots of different terms. But basically it's taking a child somewhere between birth and 4 months of age and a parent zooming in on their child for cues and clues of when their child may be about to pee or poop. And if the child and the parent are really attentive, or should I say the parent is attentive and really monitoring their child's cues, they can then put the child on the toilet and successfully, repetitiously, every day, believe it or not, they can toilet train that child by a year of age, or certainly by 18 months of age. Now let's take a step back. In the 1950s, the majority of children were potty trained by probably 18 months of age because the parents were very engaged. They didn't have disposable diapers. There was lots of work involved. And the parents were motivated and they were engaged and they were, again, looking for cues. Nowadays, we have a lot of working parents that are both working. We have disposable diapers. And we've had some pediatricians who have kind of supported the child-directed kind of back off technique and let the child decide when they're going to toilet train. And so as a result, especially like in the United States and a few other countries, the age of toilet training has actually gone up. And so now we're talking about toilet training 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, whereas 60, 70 years ago, that wasn't really ever considered. So it's not unreasonable for somebody to say, you know, I like this infant toilet training, potty training concept. It's certainly not harmful. No parent would ever punish their little infant child for still peeing or pooping in their diaper. But if they are involved with their child, just like you know when your child's kind of hungry or tired, you get these clues about when they're about ready to pee and poop. And you put them on the toilet, or you kind of bend their legs and maybe do it in the yard or in a certain location, and you actually have a child who is conditioned to go to the bathroom with interacting with their parent and getting there. And then when the child starts to crawl, they actually can start crawling to the toilet. And when they start walking around one, they're able to do a lot of this themselves. The advantages are very clear, very obvious, should I say. You get less rashes, less diapers, less landfill, less cost. You get a lot more, some people think, better bonding with the parent and the child because they're having this kind of communication, if you will, even though it's not with words. There's this communication going on. That's why they call it elimination communication. Elimination being eliminating pee and poop. So, you know, the disadvantages, there aren't really any. I mean, not much. I mean, it takes a lot of time. It'd be really difficult, obviously, for somebody to do this if both parents were working. So somebody needs to kind of be in queue or on, you know, kind of involved. I guess you could have your grandparent or the daycare also help if they're willing to do so. But sometimes they might look at you as like, this child's not even old enough to potty train. What are you doing? But it has been done for years. Many countries, I mean, if you think about it, Africa, Philippines, Asia, they a lot of times have their naked babies strapped to their back. They don't want pee and poop running down their dresses as they're going to the village or to the store. So they're kind of in communication with their child, and they usually can get these little infants to go where they need to, when they need to, when they want to, and avoid diapers either altogether or certainly minimize their use. So I wanted to make sure that we discuss this topic because I think it's a great thing for you to at least consider or be aware of. And I think it fits into the spectrum. You know, the aggressive spectrum, if you will, of toilet training, parents really involved, and the less aggressive, where the child kind of decides and the child gets to participate and say, I'm ready to get out of my diapers. I'm ready. I want big girl, big boy underwear. And then there's some of these in between that we've talked about in some of our other videos. You're the parent. You give hugs and kisses. You make the decision.